All right, so by now you have your professional voice clone and digital avatar super dialed in. That's the goal. You want to have that before you get to this stage. So once you're at that stage, then you're ready to do absolute magic, which is create a video in literally under 10 minutes. And that means it's off to your producer, it's filmed, it's beautiful, and it's probably done better than if you would have sat down for hours and tried to film it yourself. And you can create unlimited videos this way. So I'm going to show you how to take that clone to the next level and exactly what I do to we're hitting around $500,000 in lead value every 2 months, completely automated. We're not going out and seeking those leads at all. And we are publishing content and getting 1.4 million views a month. So I'm going to show you my exact process. Buckle in, here it goes. All right, so the first thing you need besides having a legitimate business is, I laugh because, if you're watching this, I'm sure you do. Thank God. Anyway, the first thing you need is a clear topic. My topic on YouTube is this: AI. Listen, one topic. If you're a service-based agency, then it needs to be the service that you sell the most of. If you're a coach and you help people grow their businesses, that's your topic. It may sound generic. It may feel very non-exclusive. It may feel, really, Julia, I have to go with one broad topic. Here's why you're going to do that. Let's go to my YouTube analytics. So the reason you're going to do that is because your YouTube will skyrocket when you start to do 3 or more videos per week on one topic. But let me show you the magic. Because my one topic is AI, guess how many subtopics I can have? Are you ready for this? I can have endless. I can have the most decadent pie, the most decadent pizza. You can have a million different pizzas, a million different pies if you're a pie store. But again, what's your one topic? Pie. What's your one topic? Pizza. Don't stray from that. This is how to get super high growth really fast. So I buckled in on one core topic, AI, January of 2023. Before the year ended, I was at 75,000 subscribers. I had been struggling for 7 years. Let me say it again. I had been struggling for 7 years. In 1 year, 70,000 subscribers. But what's way more than that are the leads coming in our business. I want to share this with you just to inspire you. Don't steal my leads, please. But we've got an automation set up. Look at this just today, right? Just today, our high-ticket salesperson had 1, 2, 3, 4 meetings, 3 out of 4 ideal leads, 3 out of 4 quotes, actually 2 out of 4, 6 figures, all from my YouTube clone. All right, so I hope you're inspired. And this is just Saturday, a few days ago. So this is insane. This just goes and goes and goes and goes and goes. All right, so the critical things you need, besides one topic, one core topic where you're going to have a ton of different beautiful topics. Number 2, try to hook into something extraordinary. Here's what I mean by that. And this is the other secret piece of your delicious pizza, your delicious pie, the thing you're selling. All right, so the other piece of this is something extraordinary. I'm going to blow your mind with how simple this is. If you sell business growth services, if you're a coach, right? Go back to that example. Your wow is efficiency. Ready for it? I hope you're ready for it. This is your wow. And do you know how you showcase that? You become the wow. Okay? I'm telling you, if you follow what I'm telling you, you will be unstoppable this year. You become the wow. This is what most people miss completely when they're YouTubing. And I've paid a lot of money. I've studied a lot of people. I believe this is the fastest way to grow in the best way possible, meaning you have what I showed you, endless leads. because they see this over here. I'm going to blow your mind once more. You will not see these people, your ideal leads that are wowed. You will not see them comment on your videos. Don't be worried at all. The comments I get are absolute trash. People seem to hate the clone. They hate my topics. They call me a clickbait YouTuber. But we get leads every day. And do you know what those leads say when they're on the phone? They say, we love Julia's content. We are blown away by her presence on YouTube. When you do this way, you're going to forget the viral metrics, meaning the comments. You're going to ignore the best thing you could ever do is never respond to YouTube comments. It is a complete waste of time. Those people don't pay your bills. They don't do you any good. They're just there to be the peanut gallery. Move on. Focus on growing your business. All right, so once you have your core topic, how are you going to demonstrate it? What's your wow? What's your wow? This is how I just demonstrate my AI capabilities. And I would highly encourage you to do the same if you sell services. Now, if you sell something else, let's say supplements, health services, a product, that product needs to be the wow. And the way you do that is insert wows about that product. Oh my gosh, guess what happened to Jim when he took this hair supplement? Look at the before and after. Your wow is your actual results. Always do not stray from that. If you do that, you're dialed in. So for running either a coaching service-based business, what we do at First Movers is kind of like an agency, although it's very unique. No one else is really doing this. We're building tech. We're actually building tech, like functional tech that doesn't exist. And beyond that, we're custom integrating into people's businesses, platforms, etc. So we were lucky enough to get a COO who has built revolutionary stuff, including some of the first pipelines and intense automations ever invented. That's the correct word. Ever invented for GHL. That's our COO. So our wow continues when they walk in the door, which is another very important thing. And I feel like I'm bringing you through business school right now. I apologize. A lot of you are probably already incredible entrepreneurs, but guess what? Everyone can use this reminder. That's what I believe. Even myself. You need to carry that wow in your business and continue that wow for you to have a rock star. I mean, like, people are telling their people, they're amazed. So you need a rock star process, services, deliverables, and a way to produce. If any of that is off, that's what breaks this and it makes it not work. So you need to carry that through with your actual business, right? Okay, so your core topic is like a pizza. You can have all kinds of flavors. Your wow factor is how you demonstrate your capabilities in what your core topic is. You get that right, you repeat, you're going to have a successful lead gen. Like your lead gen will be automated, right? All right, so let me share with you exactly how I do this. So it is so simple. You're going to laugh. I've got this Google spreadsheet and I have a video producer. Very important. You're going to need a video producer. I'll show you why in a minute. Whenever I finish a HeyGen video, it goes in my clone folder. You see, I have filmed, I'm way ahead. I filmed my next 8 videos. We've got 5 in the hopper right now. So we've got our next week completely set. I try to do this week by week because my wow factor is an AI clone tied to AI. Guess what? News. I've got to consistently hop on the latest news. And this is how I get videos that sometimes hit 200,000 views. If you can hook into a latest news story in your industry with an interesting spin, you, my friend, will be completely unstoppable. I keep using that word, but oh my gosh, you will. So I'm going to give you something. I'm going to give you my YouTube description training data. You're going to need a Claude account, 20 or 25 bucks a month. You want to set up a project. I call mine Julia McCoy's Copywriting, and I've trained it with these pieces of training data. If you're in the labs, you get all of these If you're watching this outside the labs and you need any of these files, please let our prompt engineer Joshua know. We can get that right to you. So this is how you train a project to be an expert copywriter. Now you're going to say, write a YouTube video for me, script for a 7 to 10, be specific, on the topic of AI acceleration in America. And without any additional research, you're going to get a pretty good script. But I'm going to show you how to do it even better than that. Okay? I'm going to show you my exact process. So every single day, I subscribe to 5 channels, no more than 5, that are my main competitor. This is what you should do too. Those main competitor videos, one of my main competitors is doing very well is Wes Roth. I have heard he uses the same process. You never reinvent the wheel. Never. That's very important here. If you want to succeed on YouTube, you never reinvent the wheel. You never ask yourself, I think I'm a genius and I can come up with my hottest topic. No, you can't. The data can. The data can always come up with better topics than you. So if you have a top YouTuber in your space, they've already cracked this code. They have found out what hits the algorithm in that topic area every time. So here's what you're going to do. You're not going to copy from them. Oh, no. You're going to do something much more sophisticated. Whenever they drop their latest YouTube videos, you're going to make a note to yourself. You're going to come back to your desktop. Don't do this on your phone. And the videos that pique your interest, this is important because it has to be from you. You are the source, even though it's your avatar going out and you're going to produce like a crazy person all the time and you're going to film this new way. You are still the originator of the idea. Don't forget that. That is tied to, I believe, a God-given soul in each one of us. And that is special. So tap into that. So as you look at your top competitor and you see, okay, what did they talk about? And you watch the first few minutes, find the ones that interest you. So for me, I'm not too interested on focusing just on DeepSeek, but I am interested on all 3 of these topics. So you know what I did? I'm going to take all 3, put that as the research into a new YouTube video I'm going to do, and then add in my original thoughts. And here's how. Ready? Okay, so we're going to open all 3 of these videos. You're going to need a Chrome extension. Boy, I'm giving away the secret sauce here. Sheesh. This is crazy. No one teaches this process but me. Okay, you're going to get this awesome little Chrome extension. It will show up right here on your browser in YouTube. It's called Glasp. You can get right to it if you type in glasp.co. You do not need to pay for it. Do not need to pay for it. The paid version is not something I even use at all. So once you add it to Chrome, it will show up in your bookmark bar, but most importantly, it'll show up here on YouTube. Okay, you're going to click Summarize Video. Bam, that'll open ChatGPT. Make sure you're logged in. And it will start giving you an entire summary of the whole video. You're going to do this for, what was it? All 3 of the latest videos that piqued your interest in your space. Okay, and if you've watched any of these videos, even better, but you don't need to watch all of them because the AI is going to do our work for us. Okay, oops, I reached a day limit. That's the first time I've seen that. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. I did a YouTube video today where I summarized 7 videos. So that makes sense. I've never hit that limit before. So here's my process. In my Claude project, remember, you need a trained Claude copywriter, and look at this. We could literally take this script straight into HeyGen, and I'll share my exact process in a minute. Here's my exact process. I click Create Avatar. I pick one of my scenes. Remember, I've got 14 looks. That's really important. You want multiple scenes, multiple shirts set up so it's not the same shirt every time. And then I'm pasting in, like so, everything I'm saying, right? So if I show you from scratch, let's go ahead and act like we are here for the first time creating a video. Okay, so we're going to click New Video, avatar video, of course, landscape video. We can also create a portrait video for a Instagram story at infinite. We're going to click add script. Hold on, why is our avatar showing up? Oh, we haven't picked a look. Okay, so let's pick a look. I think I like my red sweatshirt for today. All right, so here's my script. So I'm going to make sure that my voice, very importantly, is set to Julie McCoy every time. Let me show you that again. You click up there, My Voices. It's the 11 Labs voice. You want to play it, make sure it's the right one. I'm muted. I know that's the right one. So hello, this is how I sound. Hope you like it. That is the correct voice. You don't want to use an old voice if you have something you didn't like. You're going to paste in the whole script and you're going to get to work on it. So you're going to delete, all the scene notes. You're going to hit enter after every paragraph. If you want your clone to speak a little slower, you're going to do this, ... Ha! Yes, secret tip. Okay, and you're going to continue to do that all throughout. And then once you're done with every single script, very important, go over here, zoom out, okay, click add scene, and now click add avatar. Bam, your entire script is there. And now you can submit. Always change it to 30 FPS, leave the resolution alone, title it. Okay. And that's your YouTube video, but you want to edit the script more, right? I'm just doing that to show you. Okay, so back to the process. GLASP brought us the transcription of every YouTube video in our space. So now what we're going to do, I showed you the basic without any research. Here's what we're going to do. Ready for this? We're going to go back to our Claude copywriter. We're going to say, I always like to do it this way, write a powerful, awesome, killer YouTube video on the topic of the research pieces attached. Create a powerful title that creates action. All those verbs you give it and all those adjectives, those action words, just push the AI to function like an expert copywriter, which is amazing. All right, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to show you just how incredible this gets. Okay, so we're going to not copy. This is important. You don't want to copy the summary. I encourage you to read the summary because then you'll just be, you will have watched a 20-minute video in literally a 2-minute read, right? That's powerful stuff there alone. But if you copy the whole transcript, we pasted it right there. We're going to grab the next one. Again, it's the transcript we want, not the summary. I'll tell you why in a minute. Makes for better content. Okay, add in my thoughts. China is always a step behind. No integrity. Okay, so you always want to add your original thoughts. So what have we done here? We've told it to write a powerful, awesome, killer YouTube video on the topic of the research pieces attached. We've also told it create a powerful title that creates action. That's your YouTube title, which is one of the most important pieces of your entire YouTube channel. And then you're going to tell it, add in my thoughts, right? And then you're copying and pasting those transcripts. Watch this. I can't tell you how much work this used to take me before I did this process. Like I would sit down and watch hours of YouTube content. I would take handwritten notes. You don't need to do that anymore. Look at this. Oh my God. Here's what you need to understand. Number one, infrastructure advantage. The U.S. has innovation versus replication, ethical development, the corporate shakeup, tech leaders are already preparing. So you've just piggybacked off of the research of the top YouTubers in existence in your space. And then you've added in your original thoughts. You have a video that's better than your competitor, just like that. And there's your title. Drop the mic. Hit stop. Go do this. You will win. Again, I really feel like I'm I'm opening Pandora's box here because this is insane when you put it into practice. This is what skyrocketed. Just one of these, if they hit, hundreds of thousands of views, hundreds of clients. I'm not kidding you. You're welcome. Put it into practice, really. If you put it into practice, I'll be so thrilled because I want more people doing amazing things out there, you know? Okay, so once you have that script, you're going to do it the way I showed you. You're going to produce it with a scene in your HeyGen account. You've got multiple scenes set up. You're ready to go. All right, so what did we talk about? We talked about a core topic, efficiency through a clone that becomes the wow factor, or the wow factor is the product you sell. If you have any kind of service and you sell AI at all, you position yourself as a leader by becoming a clone. Just saying. That alone is a wow factor that isn't even saturated by 1%. That's insane. So that alone is a huge wow factor. All right. So we've got our script. We know how to do a script that's going to outperform anything. Because we've literally piggybacked off the data. We haven't guessed and racked our own brain, which is where YouTube goes to die. Because we think we're smarter than the algorithm. We're not. And piggybacking off of what works is the best way to do this. All right, so we've got our video in HeyGen. Now what do we do? So I strongly encourage you to get a producer, and let me share with you how simple and cheap that can be. So what I recommend is a decent video editor on Fiverr. This is how I found some of my producers. If they have hundreds of reviews, then they, number one, actually get it done. Number two, they've done good work. And that's all you need for a good video producer. And you can see this starts pretty cheap, right? So what I've done is I've worked out a deal with my video producer. I've brought him into Slack, actually. And so I talked to him. As you can see, he sends me the videos. Now, I want to share with you the difference. I'm at, I think, $150 a video with him. So I've worked out a deal. I'm like, hey, I'm doing 3 a week. So this is what I would recommend you do. Contact the video producer on Fiverr that you recommend. Say, hey, I'm doing 3 a week. What kind of deal could you work out if we're doing 3 10-minute videos per week? And 10 minutes is really a sweet spot on YouTube. You don't want to do too much more. You can even do 7 minutes. I've seen 5 minutes. I don't do less than 10 unless it's 7 minutes. But 10 is such a sweet spot. It really is. Okay, so once you have your producer, you are going to ask for effects that bring that clone to life and kind of disguise it. Here's what I mean. All right, so I'm going to share with you one of my videos straight out of the hopper of the clone and then the production. Watch the difference. What if I told you that one of the world's largest tech companies just announced they won't hire any more software engineers in 2025? I'm going to share with you what was said and what this means for the future of coding. If we haven't met, hi, I'm Julia McCoy's. Okay, now here's the produced one. Ready? What if I told you that one of the world's largest tech companies just announced they won't hire any more software engineers in 2025? I'm going to share with you what was said and what this means for the future of coding. If we haven't met, hi, I'm Julia McCoy's digital clone, deployed by her personally to inspire and guide humanity to uncover incredible new opportunities for themselves in this new AI age. Check out firstmovers.ai, my custom AI integrations firm full of brilliant people helping build custom AI solutions. Salesforce CEO Mark Benioff recently revealed that their AI system, Agentforce, has boosted engineering productivity by over 30%, making new engineering.
This is the only thing that...
So one thing that I do is I add in content from the public domain. And I add that into my production notes. And that just creates a lot of proof. If you can add in what a famous person in your topic area said about something to back up your statement, positioning all day long. And do you see how my producer added in the screenshots of my website and made my brand look really cool? But there's not too many effects, right? So we learned whenever we had less effects, the results went up. Whenever we removed the music, whenever we removed too much B-roll, the results of those videos went up. And the video I just showed you is passing 48,000 views in 2 days. This one, this very, very simple one that doesn't look that much, but see how the color was enhanced and there's like more compelling features. So that $150 is a huge benefit to you for a production element that really sets your video apart versus, straight out of the hopper where it's a talking head. So here's what my production guidance looks like. I do very, very simple spreadsheet. This is shared with the producer. Every time there's a new video, I'm Google Docking it and I'm telling him, hey, it's here. I'm giving him the Hagen file and I'm giving him very specific notes. The reason I haven't automated this is because I still really enjoy that personal touch. So see how I say, hey, after I say Jensen and Wong said this, insert this clip, please. Insert this Zut clip after I say this. So that's still a very, very human approach. And that's the human in the loop. You've automated yourself out of filming. Good. You don't have to sit there, get dressed, put a camera face on. That will save you so much time and energy. It is unreal. The freedom. I was in an airplane driving into the mountains on a road trip, typing my next YouTube video. I mean, the freedom of that. It's incredible. So that's what you want to focus on, but you still want human in the loop. You don't want to fully automate this out of existence. You want your hands on it. All right, singular topic. What's your wow? Can you hook into news? A simple way to do that is just to follow the top 5 in your space, use the GLASP Chrome extension, and have your Claude copywriter write a video with your thoughts added in out of the top 3 or 2 or 3 videos in that topic. So that is the secret. That's really it. If you put that into practice, you will win so freaking much. So again, go to Fiverr, pick out your favorite producer. Full disclosure, I don't know this person. I literally just picked them if I was to go find a producer because they had reviews, decent price, and they looked active. The main thing is you want people that can get it done, especially if you're going to commit. So what's high growth look like? Well, if you want my level, which is more leads than we know what to do with, leads that are ready to buy, the best leads I've ever talked to in my life, they come from YouTube. You educate them, you wow them, you have them. They're the best leads ever. Better than SEO blogging, better than paid ads. I mean, they're the best leads. So you need to commit. Do at least 3 videos a week. That's my recommendation. And once you have your Hagen process down, I mean, look at me. I'm like, oh, I did one today. Oh, I did one yesterday. Oh, I did one 2 days ago. Oh, I did one this. I wasn't going to do one this day, but guess what? I did it anyway because I had a great topic and I've got my Claude copywriter freaking pounding it out when I don't even have to write the script anymore. That is serious secret sauce, guys. All right, so there you go. You've got your production plan. You've got your team. Go to Fiverr, get a good producer. You know the why. Now you just got to commit. Get it done. If you've got your clone set up, if you've got it filmed, you are ready to rock and you can get this out just like I'm doing. No time at all. So just to end, 1.2 million views, last 28 days, 80,000 watch hours, ad revenue, I don't really care about that. I care about my leads. And my lead value out of this is, well, we quoted just 2 leads alone out of this 28-day batch. 2 leads at 20, hold on, I'm blowing my own mind. 2 leads at 200,000 and they didn't blink. They came in with a $100,000 budget, but again, we have a beautiful process, right? We've got things lined up. So if your product's on point, your service delivery is good, it's tight, you know what's happening, you know when it's happening, you've got a great team, you've got a great sales training process, you're going to crush it. And your sales pipeline in that month could look insane. Insane. All right. We will end this here. Go forth and conquer, my friend. Enjoy. The world is truly your oyster. And once you clone yourself and you learn this process, it really creates a lot of freedom. And that's what I believe in. Liberation through the machines. Cheers.